Okay, looks like we're officially live on YouTube as well. Okay, so you can find us on Hoopstradamus on YouTube. So this is the hotline here.
That's just unbelievable timing. I was about to text you. I'm walking to my car right now.
This is great. You are currently live on Hot Mic and on YouTube right now, sir.
Wow, here we are.
Yeah, we're making it big now.
Okay. Well, I just burned my hand. The mic is so hot.
Oh my god, yeah. But don't say anything bad now. This is a hot mic here. It's a live mic rolling.
Did you hear about the dangers yesterday?
The dangers.
Yeah, there were some serious dangers on the podcast last night. There were some pirates.
Oh, they're infiltrating once again.
Yeah, exactly. It was. We've had dogs, we've had aliens, now pirates, and so I started the show. We had our regular Fall legend Grant Harajan on the program. And so we start the show, and then for some reason, I don't know if he's got his DMs closed or what, but I couldn't DM him. And so I had to tweet. I tweeted the link at him to the Zoom meeting and deleted it 30 seconds later. Well, within that 30 seconds, some sort of, I don't know if it was a bot or a small child, comes in to the Zoom meeting. And so I see someone else. I'm like, well, this might be funny. So I better let him in. See what happens. Hoping it's not a penis. And good news, not a penis. But some child was just beside himself about Sonic the Hedgehog video game. In his opinion, was not getting enough respect. And so he was just furious, really.
So he lost the game and he was very upset.
Say that again, sir?
He lost the game and he was very upset. That's pretty much what happened.
No, he was mad that people don't like it.
And
so I kept the audio on the episode because it is a little funny. The kid's just losing it. He's like, you don't like Sonic the Hedgehog because of bad gameplay, but you like Arkham Asylum. Just having throwing a little temper tantrum.
This is a true story?
Mm-hmm.
This is yesterday's podcast. This is the Hoopstradamus podcast. Anyone's watching it. I'm going to put it in the chat here. Hoopstradamus. I'm just going to put it down. Even though I have it in the title already. Just Google it.
Upload it as soon as I get home. I'm on my way back from space right now in my spaceship.
Oh, that's very exciting. That's so where are you coming from?
My new job with NASA is on the moon, and so it's kind of a rough commute, but it pays the bills. So
I'm trying to put a question here for some of our possible viewers or whatever. Who you got tonight? The Pacers or the Hornets?
Beautiful.
So that's for the people out there. Anyone who's looking through the chat, I think I did it right. Anyways, this is us. This is what we're doing. We are doing just a live show. We're pretty much just keeping it cool today. Live show. We probably won't go for too long. Since my phone battery is about 30%, I should have charged more, but whatever. We're talking playing games. We have 2 today, and we'll do. Maybe we'll find some time tomorrow to do some of those. Or we could just talk about tomorrow's games as well.
Maybe we can preview them. I think it might be a good idea to get into some player props. Normally we don't do those as much, but they have all the props up.
Yeah.
And I do think to jump right into it, I do think Domantas Sabonis gets a triple-double tonight, and that's, I believe, plus 130 on DraftKings. I think Sabonis, I've been back and forth on this because the Pacers haven't been very good, but I do think that the team with the better players usually pulls it out in the playoffs, and Sabonis is far and away the best player on the floor in that Pacers Hornets game. They definitely benefit from having Miles Turner back, who was having a Defensive Player of the Year type season before he got hurt. But I do think Sabonis is just going to annihilate whichever Zeller. I think it's Cody Zeller.
For the Hornets are going to go. It looks like they're going to go small tonight. They got Washington at the 5.
Oh wow, they're going microcosmic. Even more reason Sabonis will eat them like a black bear, like an angry black bear, or maybe a grizzly bear. Whatever kind of bears eat human beings, that is the kind of energy we're going to see out of Domantas Sabonis tonight.
Anyone in the chat, please feel free to comment if you're watching on YouTube or Hot Mic. I got them both open, and I know you guys are not going to say anything because I don't know. Maybe you just don't want to. I don't know. But who you got tonight? Who you got? You got the Pacers tonight?
I do, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be 114-109 Indiana.
Okay, so it's over under. I think it's 226.5, and so you're going just under.
Yeah, pretty close there. Really riding the edge.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go under as well. I'm gonna go the Hornets winning though. LaMelo Ball being back is big. It's a big spark for them, and I think Rozier is gonna have a great game as well. I'm gonna go Hornets 117 to 110. They win.
And are there any key injuries for either team?
The Pacers, it seems like everyone is game time decision, but you can count on them playing. Like Sabonis is a game time decision. Aaron Holiday, game time decision. Brogdon, game time decision. LeVert is out. Miles Turner is out.
Ooh, LeVert is out. That really.
Lamb out.
Oh yeah, that not having Karis LeVert's really going to hurt.
Yeah. So that's a big loss for Indiana. So I think the Hornets, most of their guys, except for Gordon Hayward, who was really big this season.
Yeah, that's a shame because he's really such a key piece for them. Yeah,
he had a great season.
Yeah, his best really since you could argue ever, but since Utah at least.
And I know I'm paying attention. You probably didn't notice, but I said I would go under, but I'm actually going just over, half point over.
Ooh.
So
okay,
and that's a Hornets win.
Holy cow! No, I just got on the space highway.
Fantastic.
These spaceships are going really fast.
Yeah, anyway. It just seems like you're floating, right? It just seems like it feels like you're floating, or maybe it looks like that.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge how fast you're going when you're going through space because there's not much to pass. You're just floating through space.
Yeah.
But my rocket gauge says I'm going 12 parsecs. So
that's perfect. Yeah, that's a good number.
Running 12 parsecs.
Yeah.
Not to brag.
Oh man, that's a man-made one too? Like, did you create that yourself?
What, the 12 parsecs?
The rocket itself.
Rocket. Oh, it was actually designed by it's an Elijah one.
Oh, very cool. That's very cool.
Yeah,
got the Elijah one edition.
Model, but some say the best.
What were your thoughts on the last day of the season on Sunday?
Ryan Arcidiacono, man, I just really hope he gets more minutes for the Bulls going forward because he's a good shooter. He just plays so damn hard, and I really liked him even when we were covering his games when he was with Panova back in the Blue Demon days.
Yeah.
Watching him in the Demon Den. And just a hard-nosed player, man. He's one of my favorite Chicago Bulls. I like scrappy dudes, and he is Scrappy Doo, like Scooby-Doo's scrappy cousin.
Yeah, his cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday was a great day for. It was a great day for the NBA. It seemed like every every team pretty much played, right? There's 15 games.
Yeah, there were. It was an insane slate of games.
Yeah, yeah, and you know the Nuggets took care of business. You know, dodging, possible dodge, but they kind of lost that. Kind of on purpose, and they still ended up with the number 3 seed. How about that? Like
Yeah,
what a year for Denver.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people are talking about Steph Curry kind of stealing the MVP award. I think that's egregious. If anyone other than Nikola Jokic gets the MVP this year, I'm going to send them to space, and they're not allowed to come back.
Yeah. I mean, it just drop them off there. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those years where people like we all know who's going to win the MVP. People are only talking about Steph Curry being second or third, and I think he's and like these past 10 games. I mean, he probably has a good case for second, but when you're talking MVP and it's like not first, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't really matter. Because we all know who's going to win. We all know who's winning.
Yeah. Now I got a riddle for you or a question for you. Going back to that Hornets Pacers game, I got some of these over-unders pulled up on my space screen.
Yeah.
And LaMelo Ball, 16 and a half. Over-under points.
Oh, I'll go over.
I'm kind of thinking the under.
Okay.
But I could see him doing like 24 points. But I could also see him doing 14.
Yeah.
They got some good defenders.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling with Indiana this year. Just like I'm not feeling them making like any sort of splash. But they are what are they? They're probably the 7th seed, or are they the 9th seed? They're the 9th seed. Okay, so 9 and 10. So the winner of this one will play 7 and 8. And this isn't the double elimination one, right? That's the next one.
It's very confusing. I don't have it in front of me. Sabonis is 23 and a half. I think that sounds right I think he's going to do like 23, 12 and 9 or 12 and 10. I do think there's a good chance he gets a triple-double.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think he's going to have a pretty good game. What's Rozier's? What's Terry Rozier? What's his over-under?
Terry Rozier, let's take a look on the space screen. 21.5. I think that's an under.
I think he's going to go over.
He's had some big playoff games.
Yeah, I think he's going to go over that one. This is like one of those games, all the marbles.
Yeah. You know who likes playing with marbles? Cat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're very, very interested in marbles.
Yeah.
What else we got here? What about Brogdon? What's Brogdon's? What about for assists for Brogdon?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me consult my space screen.
The space nerds. Talk to your space nerds out there.
You know what? There's no line for that. Interesting enough, but there's a line for LaMelo, 5.5. And I think that's an over.
That's going to be way over. Yeah, I think he's going to get 12.
Yeah, I was thinking 12 as well. Like where your head's at.
Yeah.
My head is in space.
Let's move on. Let's move on to this next game. This is a very exciting game. Anyone who's watching this, you guys see I'm wearing my Wizards hat right here. The Wizards are playing the Boston Celtics. I'm very excited for this game for today. Today will be 2 good games, but there's one game I'm excited today and then one game tomorrow, and we're all excited for that one tomorrow, 9 o'clock. But today, this is an 8 o'clock start, 9 o'clock Boston and in DC time.
Wow.
It's crazy.
This is the one I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
I think it could go either way.
I'm with you. I mean, Jaylen Brown, of course, out for the year. So
and Bradley Beal hurt.
Right, but Beal looks like he's on the lineup here.
Yeah, he's going to play, but he's going to have to do some load management.
Yeah. I think the Wizards got this. They've been too hot, just too hot.
Yeah, I think not having Jaylen Brown is going to be a real problem for Boston. Boston's the favorite.
Yeah, 2 points.
I'm fairly confident that the Wizards win this game. The Wizards averaged like 130 points around there in the month of May.
Yeah.
And they let up about 118 points a game. What's the over-under on points?
It is 232.5.
Kind of like the over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going over as well. I got the Wizards winning by 3, 127, 124. I'm thinking overtime maybe.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be one that goes down to the wire. The Wizards seem to make these late runs. I think that Boston is in control most of the game, but the Wizards won't quite go away. They'll keep it like under 10 most of the game. And then in that 4-minute mark, here comes Russell Westbrook. Here comes Davis Bertans, who it looks a lot like friend of the program, Bill Shalafou. A younger Bill Shalafou, and that silky smooth jumper as well. So I think he actually is Bill. I think Bill's living a double life. It's Davis Bertans, but that's a whole different story for a Conspiracy Corner episode someday. But I do believe that the Wizards are going to make that late game push, and it's got to be decided by under 3 points.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like 126 to 124 Wizards, maybe 126, 123, but I'm taking the over. I think that it's going to be escalation late. I think it's going to be a showdown, an Old West style showdown.
Yeah, this really does have the
Tatum and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, this does have a lot of hype around this game. I mean, and it's kind of a low key kind of hype. It's not like tomorrow's second game, right? It's kind of like, it's a good secondary for that. It's, it's a great warm up for that game tomorrow. They should have done East West for these playing games. But
hey, man, I'm just thrilled we got some play-in games tonight.
Yeah, and this whole thing has been a success, right? The playing game, and we got LeBron versus Curry.
Yeah, and LeBron is furious. He wants everyone fired. Get off the phone with him.
Yeah, and he's. I mean, you can. I mean, I guess you can argue for. I guess in his case, he's probably thinking it's a waste of time. But it's kind of. The thing is, the Lakers have multiple chances. Like, so if they lose to the Warriors, then they have another chance, and if they lose that, then they're probably out, right? But they have to lose like 3 times in the play-in stuff to be eliminated.
Yeah, they're not going to lose.
They won't lose, and I don't think they'll lose to Golden State. But it'll be fun to watch tomorrow. I hope it's a good game, and that's all.
I'm openly pulling for Golden State.
Oh, same. Yeah, I mean, I'll be wearing the jersey during the game. I'll be all out for that one.
Rooting against LeBron is a great tradition for me every spring.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Every now and then it's just like, okay, I'm fine if LeBron wins this year. Like last year, I was fine with it. But this year, no, I don't like when LeBron goes back to back. No,
he's not allowed. Not like it, Jordan.
I love it. So yeah, I mean, the playing tournament is going to be a success, and tomorrow we have the Grizzlies and Spurs starting off tomorrow, and that should be a pretty good one. I don't know. Do you want to focus on that tomorrow, or do you just want to just get it out of the way now, just predict scores and stuff like that?
Let's do those tomorrow. Let's just get a couple of these over-unders on
the Wizards.
The points for the Wizards, yeah. I'm curious to see what the line is. Points, assists, rebounds for Russell Westbrook. What do you think? What's your guess? Give me a guess on what you think.
His stat line. Okay, I'm gonna go Westbrook, and this is dumb because these stats are gonna literally go into space. Like it's gonna be in the void. They don't really count as regular season stats. They don't count as playoff stats. They're just play in super specific, in space, voided stats. So I got for Westbrook for points. I'm gonna go 27 points. And for rebounds, I'm going to go 15 rebounds.
Wow. So that's up to 27 plus 15?
It is, what was it? 42.
42?
And then rebounds, oh no, that's 15 rebounds. So assists, I'm going to go 11.
Wow. So you're taking the over.
On everything,
Your
yeah.
line is 50 and a half.
Yes, yeah. I like that for Westbrook. And Westbrook, I mean, he's going to be a beast today.
Yeah, he does that in his sleep.
Yeah.
His doctor's actually really concerned. He's like, Russ, you need to rest. Stop getting triple doubles in your sleep. And Russ says, why not? And he's like, because it's bad for your heart. And Russ is like, why not? And he's like, Russell, have you ever even won a championship? Then Westbrook slugs him.
So what about Beal? What's Beal's over under for points?
Ooh, I feel like he's not going to do too much. Let me take a quick gander here. Pull it up on the space screen. Well, here we go. Bradley Beal. 31 and a half. I'm kind of... It's just so hard to guess because you don't know what that hamstring's going to be like.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a good number, 31. I'll go over for that. I think he'll have 32, 33.
Yeah, because if he's healthy, that's child's play for him.
Yeah, and it looks like, I mean, like, and obviously this doesn't matter, but like Fournier is the starting small forward for the Celtics, and like Beal is for the Wizards, but that probably doesn't really matter because they can put Smart, they'll put anyone on them.
Yeah, it's a really, what makes it so interesting is the Beal injury, because if he's healthy, I really am more confident in the Wizards pulling it out.
Yeah.
The Celtics, really good defensive team. Tatum, let's take a look at his over-under on points, because I'm sure it's way up there.
Yeah, I imagine, I'm going to guess it's at 27.
32.5.
Oh, wow.
I'm going over. I think he drops 40.
40 in the loss.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to go with that too. 40 and a loss for Jason Tatum. Sorry, Celtics fans. I don't care, though. You guys have won enough.
Kurt's pissed.
You guys have won enough championships. You guys are always flaunting 17. You guys weren't even alive for, about 93% of them. You guys weren't alive for. And even some of these younger Celtics fans, some of these fans weren't even alive in 2007 or 2008.
The baby Celtics fans?
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe like some of them might have been born in 2009, right? Some of these people who are on the internet,
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. You'll talk to people on the internet, you're going to an argument, and then they're just like, well, I was born in 2001. It's like, okay, well, your opinion is voided.
Yeah, cool. So you're 6 years old.
Yeah, like you're 4 years old when the Celtics won their championship. It's like, wow, like let's just move on to a different, at that point.
Tell me again how LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, who you've only seen in highlights.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like Kobe, a lot of young people say, "Oh, Kobe's like top 5," and you see a lot of older people say Kobe's top 5 all time. And is it controversial to say that he totally is not top 5? Because there's too many good players, right?
You know what? Grant and I actually ranked him at 10th overall all time last night.
Yeah, no, that's a very reasonable, because like in my opinion, he's between 9 and like 12. He's somewhere there, right? Like, when you're talking there, it's just like, who cares? Are we going to make a whole list? Are we going to make a whole thing? But 10 sounds about right.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm taking Kareem and Jordan. I'm taking Tim Duncan.
Well, what about a guy like Olajuwon? Would you take Olajuwon over him?
Yeah, I would.
I think I would too.
Yeah. Kobe's overrated. The most overrated player of all time.
Well, I don't know.
I want to hear that.
Like, it's tough because when you say overrated, like, people think, oh, you think he's bad or whatever. Like, I mean, you talk about overrated. I mean, like, a guy like, you look at Kobe Bryant's stats and they're amazing. So I wouldn't say like overrated. I wouldn't use that word for him. But like, like when you also look at the other stats, and don't get me wrong, this guy's an amazing leader. He's one of the greatest players of all time. He's just a very fun player. Iverson, I'd say he's a little overrated.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Kobe is he never had a great field goal percentage. Like,
Yeah.
Larry Bird shot over 50% from the field, I think 4 different times in his career. Kobe didn't do it once. And Kobe shot like 32.9% from 3 on his career. Larry shot 39. Like,
well, how many attempts per game was Bird? With 2?
I would guess around 4.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Because they were barely shooting threes back then.
Yeah.
And 4 seems like a number that like some players now might have 4. Let's see what there is. 3-point attempts per game. He averaged 1.9.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the
From 85
from
85 to 88, he averaged 2 to 3. He averaged a little bit more, and then 91 he averaged 3.3, and then last year of his career was 2.8. So he averaged a little bit more.
Someone just like tapped. I think it was Casey Jones as the coach.
Yeah.
He tapped him on the shoulder and whispered like, "Let Larry Bird shoot more threes."
Yeah, honestly.
About analytics and like if Larry Bird was allowed to shoot 10 threes a game, he'd be the GOAT.
Yeah, probably. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see where Larry Bird. Yeah, I mean, he just, it's just back then, and you also like look at the percentages compared to how his peers were also shooting, because he was always like, Bryant, Kobe was always like the number, like their main guy, at least after Shaq left. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't want to say, he's overrated or anything. I just think that that's just like a loaded word. But like, he's just like he gets enough appreciation, but he's not top 5. Like I think he gets a fair amount of appreciation though.
Yeah. You're saying Kobe?
Yeah. I think Kobe gets the right amount of appreciation.
Me is the people who say he's like their GOAT.
Yeah, I never understood that. I never got that because like Michael Jordan is clearly better than Kobe Bryant, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's not close.
Yeah, because like and like there's this whole thing with LeBron too. Like people think LeBron is not as good as Kobe Bryant, but I cannot argue that. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
Silliness.
Yeah. I root against LeBron all the time, but I think that's the wrong one. I think that's the wrong opinion.
Yep.
So do we got our final scores right for the Wizards game? We got our daily dials in.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, cool. I think we're just gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna talk more tomorrow about playing and stuff, Western Conference. So that's Adam on the Hoopstradamus hotline. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. Good luck, everyone.
All right, I am ending